Hello, my name is Breno Maurtua. I'm from Lima, Peru, and today I will be showing my Tableau 2 project, which I'm really proud of because I put a lot of effort, and I think I did a great job. So let's start. Well, in here I got the initial data they gave us. So I realized that it was divided by country, region, states, then by cities, departments, items, and their sales and profit. So it was easy to realize that each state uh, goes with each region and their zip codes, and there are different cities with different products such as bars and kirklands. So I get familiarized with the data real easy. So to move on, the sum of sales in each region, I added a bar graph with colors to show off how well was each region was doing. So I think that, yeah, the west was the better one, followed by the east, and the worst was the south. Then I added another kind of graph showing the sum of sales each year, but for each state, because I think this was important. So here we can see that Pennsylvania was the best and that Wyoming was the worst. So then I added the profits for specific cities, Akron and Albuquerque. And here we can see that Akron is much better than Albuquerque. Even though Albuquerque it's located in New Mexico, and New Mexico it's a much bigger state than Ohio. Acre One was doing almost twice as good as Albuquerque, so I think that was an important fact. Also, I added some labels here to show off the exact numbers, and I didn't show these two on columns, but one column and two rows to make it in a different way. So I wanted to be more specific, and I added the sum of profit for bars and Kirkland products regarding Akron and Albuquerque. And we can see that Akron was doing exceptionally good in bars, and well, more or less on Kirkland, but Albuquerque didn't sell bars at all, and it was doing good on Kirkland. Well, more or less good, but I think that was an interesting fact. Um, then I added this map showing the profits from Akron and Albuquerque again, but with green circles, meaning that, well, the bigger the circle, the bigger the profit. So here we can see the state of New Mexico with a smaller circle, and here Ohio State with a bigger circle. Also, I added some labels and, yeah, some green colors to make it look good. So then the dashboard. In the dashboard, I tried to show off the sum of sales in each region. So we have the south, which has a direct link to Albuquerque because it's located in the south, showing off its low profit value. So I think this information is linked. Then we have Ohio, which is located in the east. And this makes sense because, well, the profit in Ohio goes according to this because, yeah, it's the second biggest sum of sales per region. So I think this was an interesting chart. Here I add an interactive profit map which shows the amount of profit and labels each state when you select one. Okay, so moving on to my story. Well, I basically sum up all my previous information, and well, I added some um well, the sum of sales in each region, the text box explaining the sum of sales in each state again. Then I added the profit in Akron, Albuquerque, and the size of profits regarding bars again with their text box to explain the information. And also I added I forgot the name of this, but yeah, I added these labels to so you can interact and play with the numbers and the products and items. Also, well, I finally added again my map explaining what's happening, and the difference here is that you can select now the state and the country, and you can select a profit, and when you do that, the color will appear, and so it's uh, good to see in that way. So to finish up this YouTube video, I'm going to explain uh, what I learned about Tableau and my data. So starting by my data, I learned basically that yeah, the eastern side, sorry, the western side was the one doing better. I also learned that uh, Pennsylvania was the one with more sales, and Wyoming, this one here, Vermont, and Maine. I think, well, they're the worst ones, but I think I could link it to their size, maybe their economy. I think that they are not as good as these big states. So, well, that's what I thought. I also can say that states, the size of the states doesn't have a direct impact on the profits because here we have the example of Akron in Ohio and Albuquerque in Mexico. Yeah, basically I learned that regarding my data. And regarding Tableau, well, I learned a lot. I'm so grateful because now I know how to make graphs, I know how to make maps, I know how to analyze data, I know how to look and have a different perspective to see data. And I think that's really helpful in any company because when you see data just as this as a table, then you don't get the big picture. But when you start seeing data like this or like this or like this, it's easier to sum up all the information in your head and make the best decision. So I think that's all for today, and thank you.